Today we're going to be looking through Pulp, which has 215 sweet and savory recipes that feature fruit. I love this, and I love how there are quite a few photos, but just so you're aware, there are not photos for every single recipe. But one thing that I was very excited about is we actually have a lot of savory recipes using fruit, and I think right now in spring and summer is perfect time to make awesome fruity savory dishes, if that makes sense. I'm not really baking a lot, so I'm not really, I'm not utilizing my oven. It's too warm. So I'm glad there's not just sweet recipes. Here is what the chapters look like. So we have a toolkit. There's fruits, and everything is divided into the fruit itself. Plus, you can see here how to use the fruits, either if it's raw, roasted, poached, stewed, baked, preserved, and each fruit has their own thing. Like blueberries, you don't have poached blueberries or stewed blueberries. I mean, not like you can't, but this cookbook does not have that. Everything's divided into specific chapters. Berries have its own section, except for blueberries are special. They have their own chapter. Pears, melons, plums. We have rhubarb. Let's see. We do have things like tarts. Strawberries is last. So let's look through this in a little detail so you can get a feel for it. In the very front, we do have basics, so like sides or toppings, things that you would, just basic things. So here's a whipped cream recipe, including, I think this is different flavors, so like a maple versus a vanilla. We even have an over whipped cream butter, so that's pretty nice to have on hand. Syrups, pickling liquids. So let's move forward. Here we have a sweet recipe. It's labeled very boldly right here. Apples in pajamas. We have in the very beginning a description of this recipe, where it came from. Here you might see it's a little bold. It is the ingredients, and then down below we have our directions. So that's pretty helpful, easy, pretty standard. Here is a burnt apricot tart recipe. I like how I said there's a lot of savory recipes and I've already only pulled up sweet ones. So for instance, we have a salad of oat groats, blueberries, chicories, and buttermilk, but we do have photos of savory recipes, I promise. So here's a roasted blueberry recipe. It is venison or lamb with parsnips and a blueberry sauce. That looks stunning. That would be an awesome showstopper. Moving forward, here we have different ways of preserving. So that includes dried, candied, pickled. We're going to look through our berries section: blackberries, mulberries, and raspberries. I've never actually had a mulberry, I think, by itself. So here's some raw, or ways to use the raw berries. Roasted carrots with raspberries, beet cream, chili oil, and cacao nibs. This is really beautiful. It's hard to see because my light is washing it out, but it's vibrant. It is a pink sauce. Here we have a raspberry surprise creme brulee. That looks stunning. This is a butter lettuce grape. So grape's going to be this section. Fennel, walnut, and buttermilk salad. Grape salad over lime sorbet. This kind of reminds me of some 70s Jell-O dishes. I'm sure it's really tasty. Here we have this is like a pan-roasted parsnip with grape sauce and pecans. Wow, that looks really beautiful. And then we also have ham and butter sandwiches for baked, and I'm thinking it uses grape jam. Now we have gooseberries. This I know I've had maybe one time. This is a red cabbage salad with ground cherries, cilantro, pepitas, and lime. We also have a ground cherry float. You can barely see it, but it's really cute. This is a cashew cauliflower with ground cherry glaze and tome. Yum. This would be really good. The cherries would probably pop and flavor all that acid with the savory, garlicky tome. What is this? One thing I just noticed as I'm looking down, is that on the very bottom here, you can see that it says, you might not be able to see it, but I'll read it for you. It says ground cherries or gooseberries, And then here on this other side it says Pulp. So different ways of using whatever fruit you're on, and it tells you which fruit chapter you are actually on. So that's really handy. It makes navigating this book even easier than it was. So let's see. Let's move on. We have pears, chilled pears, poached pears and pecan sandies. This is a pear, bacon, and onion tart. I'll do a few more recipes here. Ooh, that looks really good. This is a ginger plum glazed rib with rye spetzel and greens. That looks so good. This is a blintzes with roasted plums and hazelnuts. And then I'll do one more. You kind of get the gist of what this cookbook is about. Ooh, this is a quince and lamb tangine. I'm wondering if this is like before it gets actually slow cooked. So this is really fun. I like this idea. I haven't seen a lot of cookbooks that just strictly utilize fruits, especially putting in savory and sweet recipes together. So if you are somebody that has or loves fruit and wants to learn how to utilize them, especially things like melons or gooseberries, this is definitely the cookbook for you. This is Pulp. This is by Abra Berens. I highly recommend it. If you are looking for more cookbooks, though, you can join us on our socials, which is in the description down below. And you can find all of our other playlists listed over here, including specialty cookbooks, kind of similar to Pulp, but, you know, it could be vegetable forward or just cheese or that kind of thing. Thank you so much. If you do enjoy our videos, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, and let us know which cookbook you want us to look through next time.